Hello viewer, in this session I am going to explain you about comparison of fractions. That is, how can you write fractions in ascending order or descending order. For example, say if you are given two fractions 2 by 5 and 3 by 7. You want to know which is greater and which is smaller. That is how to compare fractions. Okay. So, in comparison of fractions, there are two types of comparisons. Comparing like fractions and comparing unlike fractions. First, I will show you how to compare like fractions. So, before going to comparison of like fractions, you should know what are like fractions. For example, I will take three fractions. Say 2 by 5, 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. So you have three fractions 2 by 5, 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Now among these three fractions, if you observe, the denominators are the same. In the denominator you have 5. In all the three fractions, in the denominator you have 5. So such fractions are called like fractions. So like fractions are the fractions in which the denominators are the same. So these are called like fractions. Like this you can take any examples like 4 by 7, 3 by 7 and 5 by 7 and 5 by 7. This is another set of like fraction. This is another set of like fraction because in the denominator you have the same number 7. So first I will show you how to, so you know, now you have understood what are like fractions. Now I am going to explain you how to compare like fractions. That is how to arrange the fractions in ascending order or descending order, or how to find which fraction is smaller, which fraction is bigger. Now let us take three like fractions, say 3 by 7, 5 by 7 and 4 by 7. So all the three are like fractions. Now when you are comparing like fractions, you can just compare the numerators. For example, here in these like fractions, you see the numerators. Among this numerator, you have three numbers, 3, 5 and 4. Among these three numbers, suppose I am arranging the fractions in ascending order. That is from smaller fraction to the bigger fraction. So, among 3, 5 and 4, which is the smaller number? So, 3 is the smaller number. Therefore, 3 by 7 will be the smallest fraction. The value of 3 by 7 will be the smallest. Now, after 3, which is bigger number? 4. Therefore, 4 by 7 will be the next bigger number. Then you have only one fraction, that is 5 by 7. So 3 by 7 is less than 4 by 7 is less than 5 by 7. Or you can write the same as 5 by 7 is greater than 4 by 7 is greater than 3 by 7. You can write it in any way, either in ascending order or descending order. So this is how you compare like fraction. Now let us see how to compare unlike fractions. There are two methods in which you can compare unlike fractions. So first method is called factor method and the second method is called the LCM method. So in this session I am going to explain about factor method. For example, I will take, for simplicity, I will take two fractions, say 3 by 4 comma 7 by 12. So 3 by 4 and 7 by 12. These are the two unlike fractions. So I want to compare these two fractions. So if you observe in the denominator of the two fractions you have 4 and 12. So if you observe this carefully, this number 4 is a factor of 12. That is 4 exactly divides 12. So when you divide 12 with 4, you will get remainder 0. So 4 is a factor of 12. So what you do is, you divide this 12 with 4. When you divide 12 with 4, you will get 4 3s are 12. You will get 0 as the remainder. And you will get quotient as 3. If you see, the quotient is 3. So what we will do is, when you are given unlike fraction and when you want to compare unlike fraction, we convert the unlike fraction into like fraction. So what I will do is, I will write this 3 by 4 as, so when you are dividing 12 with 4, you are getting 3 as the quotient. So I will multiply the numerator 3 with the 3. I will multiply the numerator 3 with this quotient 3. And I will multiply the denominator also with the same quotient 3. So I am multiplying the numerator and denominator of the fraction with 3. So this is equal to 3 into 3 is 9, 4 into 3 is 12. 4 into 3 is 12. So 3 by 4 can be written as 9 by 12. And 7 by 12 you will leave it as it is. Now if you take the two fractions, so 3 by 4 and 7 by 12. You have to compare these two fractions. So the same fraction 3 by 4 I have written as 9 by 12 and the other fraction is 7 by 12. Now though both are like fractions, you know how to compare like fractions. So in the numerator you have 9 and 7. Which is the smallest and which is the biggest? Yes. So 7 by 12 is less than 9 by 12. Therefore 7 by 12 is less than 9 by 12 is representing which fraction? 3 by 4. 3 by 4. Therefore, the fraction 7 by 12 is less than the fraction 3 by 4, or the fraction 3 by 4 is greater than the fraction 7 by 12. So, this is the way you compare unlike fractions. Now, let us take another example. For example, say 3 by 4, 7 by 8 and then 9 by 16. 3 by 4, 7 by 8 and 9 by 16. If you observe these three fractions, in the denominators of these three fractions you have 4, 8 and 16. If you observe these numbers carefully, 4 is a factor of 16 and 8 is also a factor of 16. 4 and 8 exactly divide 16. So, I will write this. So, I want to compare these three fractions. So, first I will write 3 by 4 is equal to, now you divide this 16 with 4. When you divide 16 with 4, you will get 4. 4 4s are 16, remainder is 0. So, the quotient you are getting is 4. 4 is the quotient. So, what I will do is, I will multiply this fraction, numerator and denominator of this fraction 3 by 4 with the quotient 4. So, 3 into 4 by 4 into 4. So, this is equal to 12 by 16. If you see carefully, 9 by 16 and 12 by 16 are like fractions. So, I have converted the first fraction into a like fraction. Now, in the same way, I will convert second fraction also into a like fraction. So, 7 by 8 is equal to, I will divide 16 with 8. So, 8 2s are 16, remainder is 0. So, the quotient is 2. So, I will multiply this numerator and denominator of this fraction 7 by 8 with 2 is equal to 7 into 2 by 8 into 2. This is equal to 7 2s are 14 by 16. So, 14 by 16. If you observe all these three fractions, they are like fractions. So, I have converted the first two fractions to like fractions. So, now I can compare them easily. So, I will write all the three fractions in order. Say, first one is, so I have 9 by 16 and 12 by 16 and 14 by 16. So, like all these three are like fractions. So, when the fractions are like fractions, you can directly compare the numerator. So, 9 is less than 12, so is less than 12 and 12 is less than 14. So, 9 by 16, therefore, 9 by 16 is less than 12 by 16 is for what? 3 by 4. So, 12 by 16 is the equivalent fraction for 3 by 4 is less than 3 by 4 is less than 14 by 16 is the equivalent fraction of 7 by 8. So, 7 by 8. So, this is the required answer. So, the method is simple. First, you convert unlike fractions into like fractions and then you compare. I hope you like this session and don't forget to subscribe my channel and please post your comments. Please share my video to your dear friends. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Have a nice day.